evening all. So, despite Aero's delight in hearing Rolling in the Deep, to the tune of nuclear subs, or the other way around, we are not going to be playing loud, excessive music this time. 442 opening. We can't open Purge because we need to keep it in case we get blockaded. So, Defectors is the obvious headline. We're the good old USSR. P111 has a fever, and the only prescription is a game of Twilight Struggle. This is Sol's 90-minute league. This is the pair of the game we played last week, where P111 was USA and beat me soundly. So we'll headline Defectors. All like that. We got Captured Nazi, which we want to get off. We don't need to worry about Cambridge 5 until later in the turn. We don't want to tip the fact we're not holding scoring cards too quickly. We'll get Fidel down, so there's a CIA risk. Decol. OG. Okay, that's my 7. It's not a great starting hand. It's not ideal. We're going to have, what, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 cleanups, actually. It could be worse, couldn't it? As long as we don't get blockaded. And we'll need to space decol if we do get blockaded. But we will begin by defection. Let's see what they throw at us. So, let's see if you enjoy my second lockdown game. So, what are we hoping for? We're hoping for socialist governments or Vietnam revolts. D-style would be lovely, but let's not be silly. Let's hope it's a good one. Dig all duck and cover would be great. Let's see. Not Middle East scoring. Oh, blimey. I mean, that's not ideal. Nice to ditch the 3 up though. I mean, it suggests that they've got a few ops to play with if they can afford to. So, a UNI likely 4-op coup. Yeah. Italy. Oof, that's about as good as we can hope for. Because now we play 1 into France, 1 into Malaysia. Now we've covered against socialist governments. Oh, we have not. What an idiot. Socialist governments removes 1 from France and 2 from Italy. What a FUD. Oh well. What a great start to the game. Let's hope they didn't have socialist governments because they headline Warsaw Pact. Otherwise, it's just worked out pretty well. Dear, dear. So, coup on Iran next, we're expecting. Well, that was casual thinking by me. So we want to get off to space before they space something. Captured Nazis' joy is in beating to the 2-1 space. But we'll lose tempo doing that. Lots to cogitate. So we need to remember to cover Italy for socialist governments next term. Okay. So a tippy tap. We're going to take a gamble that he's not going to blockade us. We get to hold decall if he does. Okay. To be expected. This is a scoop for everyone online as well. That's the way I want to go. Well, eating pasta bake is how I actually want to go, but that's fine. All right, that's great for us tempo-wise. So we are now going to play Captured Nazi. Getting blockaded is about the worst thing that can happen to us at this point, so let's hope for the best. Formosa is in play, which might be able to work in our favour. Yeah, just take with Korean War. So we will force them to use the China card or coup Pakistan, so we can then play into Thailand. Dicey. Ooh, going for the 1 in 3. Misses. So we will instead lower DEFCON, giving away the fact we don't have. So now he has to use the China card, which we're in principle okay with. All right. Ooh, choices. We will pop 2 in Thailand, get Fidel out, keep hold of Decol, lose a military op. Right. We can drop Asia scoring here safely. We got CIA, so we don't need to worry about him being DEFCONed. We do need to watch out for things like De Gaulle duck and cover, or De Gaulle generally. But we'll drop Asia scoring here and hope he doesn't De Gaulle us. CIA, nuclear test ban. Marshall. Asia. NASA we try and hold. Suez we use for blockade if required. And Comecon. Yeah, they can't play anything that affects Asia to their advantage because we're even on battlegrounds. So let's get Asia off for 0. Even if we might get run over in France, we at least have the advantage of Marshall Plan. Yeah, so he has gone to Gaul. That's a bit of a bummer. Yeah, so he'll look to take France. But with Warsaw Pact gone, we may be able to tap. What do we want to do here? We need to get NORAD into play at some point soon. To some extent, we want to keep DEFCON up with Asia scoring gone. We have too many things we want to do, which is the mark that they've done something quite smart. We will overprotect Thailand, takes Portugal against domination. We'll see if they coup on Pakistan, which is more attractive, and then we need to drop DEFCON to protect Iran against getting realigned. Interesting. So if we drop DEFCON, but do we want to drop DEFCON at the moment? Let's overprotect Thailand, still forcing them to use the China card. If we don't see Truman go, we want to tap France at the end of the turn, but socialist governments is still a threat. We don't want to be investing tons of effort in Asia, given it's scored. Yeah, played it safe for independent. Does go for the coup. Does it work? Holy moly. So, US Japan will have to come to our rescue, but we'll be able to take India in due course. So first up, let's cover our backs. Drop DEFCON. Get lucky. Sixes for both. Still need to watch out for blockade. Didn't manage to get our influence into NORAD in time. That's a bummer. We do want to do that as well. In advance of France coming out. Ooh, I think I'm bumbling my way through this. I don't feel like I have a steady hand on the tiller. I may still be able to assert domination in Asia if I can get US-Japan off, if it comes back in the reshuffle, and claim India, with Formosa Resolution still in play. But really, I think chances are I would just trade 3-3, take India and Japan. Let's see what they're thinking. So to end the turn, we have to put one into Nasser, one into Egypt, which Nasser then breaks. And if we get blockaded, we ditch Suez space decol. If we don't get blockaded, we just space Suez. We're not going to let France get paired back any further than it is. Duck and cover 5-year containment, Truman still in my side. SOCGov, Arab-Israeli war, D-style, blockade, Romanian abdication, their side. Arab-Israeli war moves around a bit. That's fine for splashing around. Not happy about this, but we're going to do it. Because it does... Oh no, it just makes 2-2 at the moment. So it could be worse. So if blockaded, give up Suez space decol. If not blockaded, space Suez. Bit of a boring AR6. But it is what it is. Okay, overprotected. Still. I'm not gonna... Even though it's 4-4. Oh well. Not sure if that was ideal. So Middle East scoring is safest, in inverted commas. Purge is more exciting. But they do have D-style, which is a bummer. They've also got a 5-year plan. And socialist governments, who boy. Blockades coming down at some point as well. So I got US-Japan. Special relationship. Arab-Israel. Red Scare Purge. Let's get Middle East down for 0. And we'll try and get Europe off for 0, because we can afford to raise country count, and we've got... yeah, might be able to take Italy to boot. So it will be a straight country count race. Well, at least we can avoid getting controlled by holding on to US, Japan, or Red Scare Purge, but holy moly, Europe doesn't look great. I guess the other option would have been Europe scoring, which would at least have still prevented domination, even with socialist governments, but then would have invited the coup on the Middle East to flip that for domination. We'll be spacing decol. Romanian abdication we can drop after Destal and Europe scoring. We're spacing decol. We'd rather avoid playing Arab-Israeli war, because we are 50-50 flipping on that. Well, we're hoping they take 2 out of Italy and then take Italy with duck and cover, forgetting about NORAD. But I suppose a sensible thing would be 2 out of Italy and 1 out of Canada, and then duck and cover Italy, although we can then drop Europe scoring without domination. So let them cogitate. Okay. So we start a good old-fashioned ops race in Europe. They need to use 4 ops to get Turkey and Finland. So they need to have been dealt a 4 op card to achieve that. Otherwise we should be winning this race. So we're hoping they weren't dealt nuclear test ban, Marshall, or NATO. And if they haven't, we can ditch Europe. Where did they end up removing from? Canada, fine. The one from France is sensible in a way, although France is solidly Soviet now until tear down this wall comes. I think I would have bartered on Italy. And if they're not holding a 4 up card, this decision looks even worse. So I'm guessing from the delay they don't have a 4 op card. Yeah, going straight into D style. Sensible. Because they want to take Angola before too long. Yeah. Now they're way behind in Europe. It's one of those do I now or never realign. It's just, I don't know. It's sometimes incredibly unproductive. And I need to keep ops up for blockade. The other option is pumping 4 ops at a time into East Germany in the hopes they don't have Warsaw Pact. But that's a massive ops investment for little return. Ugh. Let's space decol. Let's give up loads of tempo. We can now space Arab-Israeli war. We still have time to put them on the spot in Europe. Although they're holding Truman. Right, so 5-year plan, blockade, and Truman are some of their cards. We're going to be cautious. Let's see if we can find out what their last card is. But we need blockade to go before we make any serious decisions. Well, that's Truman gone. As expected. So let's space Arab-Israeli. Which doesn't go off. That's a bummer. He made 5-year plan blockade for additional ops, rather than assume he's going to blockade me. South America is going to be a big problem. Although at the moment he's left himself open to Voice of America. Clearing out one side or the other. I would be fine with that. So 5-year plan blockade and one other card still to come out. And we expect it's not a 4-op card given the lack of fight in Europe. So, going to go into mid-war ahead of par, just about, on score, but behind par in development, given South America, Africa, etc. And the Southeast Asia, which is solidly red. Okay, good. Gives up the ops. So 5-year plan plus one other, but I now don't have to hold a card up. We'll drop Europe scoring now for the 1 VP. And we'll see if they're holding 5 VP through to term 4. 5-year plan, 5 VP, sorry. Okay, either way round. Yeah, okay. Well done, covered against Voice of America. So we will put 2 in Japan and we'll pop 2 in Taiwan in the hopes of crafting an improbable flip of Asia. I got ABM treaty, which is nice, and defectors, and missile envy. All going on. Let's add the mid-war cards. ABM. We will bury missile envy. That's a pretty good deal, as it goes. Answer that. Sheesh. Man. Great deal. Should we missile envy? Just in case we get quagmired. Yeah, let's missile envy. Always fun. Junta. Going for Panama, but do I get a coup first? If you give me arms race, I'm going to be really sad. If you give me Muslim Revolution, I'll be delighted. Yeah, Flower Power, Muslim Rev, maybe Marshall Plan or NATO. Marshall Plan's the worst of the bunch. Oh! Whistle for the wind. Ouch. Central America's just gone very red. At least they won't immediately be able to cash in Central America scoring, which will give me time to ABM treaty it. But my goodness. That'll teach me for being greedy. But it's all good fun. Honestly, any of ABM defectors or missile envy would have been alright. It's just a shame when they can hand you arms race for nothing. So implying Africa scoring as well. But we'll take the core Mexico. And then we'll break South Korea. If they don't immediately drop Africa scoring, colonial rear guards will take Nigeria for us. And we'll put 1 in Algeria and we'll put 1 in Zaire and Angola to put maximum pressure on. We'll space, we will bury you. Like as not. And we may hold defectors. Well, unfortunately there are only so many places we could coup. So let's mess Africa up a bit. Now Zaire and Angola make nice NORAD targets. assuming DEFCON doesn't drop in the headline. If they space, we will space in return. Yeah, fine. If they play into Botswana, we'll just counter-threaten. Asia's now slightly blue. Southeast Asia ain't. So, Botswana? Oh no. Okay. We will just straight coup Cameroon. Not as good as we could have hoped for, but we'll take it. They played OG. Counter coup. Fine. We are going to event Sadat to clear out Egypt. Right, so now we counter space if successful, which he is. So we're hoping that one small step doesn't come off. Great. Yeah, overprotecting against NORAD everywhere, which is one of the great things about NORAD, I guess. So we will get another coup off. Let's hope not for a 1. That's good. Got greedy. Paid off. And Africa scoring drops for us. So what do we fear? Brush War, which I hold. Che. I'm holding South African unrest. Portuguese doesn't. Yeah, okay. So we're going to gamble on headlining Africa, bearing in mind that Che is the only thing that can prevent it coming off. Let's do it. Cube Missile Crisis, Puppet Governments, and How I Learned. It's a gamble, but, you know, Liberation Theology is not great here. And then eventing subs and going off on South America is a shout. Although, if they've got CIA, it basically presents an opportunity. I'd prefer to brush war Venezuela, all things being equal. Oh, cleared out. Makes my headline make me look like a total genius. Alright, so he might go for the high tension coup on Mexico. Biggest leverage. But if it fails, I can shore up and then brush Venezuela for a 50-50. Significant swing. I've got another pretty decent hand here. I'll still be looking to hold defectors. If Muslim Revolution happens, I can... Oh, okay, doesn't use it. Miss. Doesn't miss. Oof. That's brutal. Where is best now that everything's overprotected? If we want to start competing in Asia. But first, we'll take the brush war on Central America, on Panama at 66%. Or will we take Mexico because of... Both are 66%. If we take Mexico, they lose another VP. Success. Now we want to start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. If we can take Burma, Malaysia, and the Philippines, we dominate and we deal a hole in South Asia scoring, Southeast Asia scoring. We can get domination in Asia, which is something we should be pushing for. I'm assuming South America is a lost cause. I've had multiple opportunities to try and do something there. And I appear not to be. But I also think that they're not holding South America scoring because of the Cambridge 5 headline. You're less inclined to find out what your opponent's holding when you're holding some of your own. So, Brush War's gone off. Muslim Rev's gone. Right. Best thing to do, probably, on balance, is to put three into Costa Rica rather than Nicaragua and Haiti. Well, the problem now is with ABM, Bush, and Junta gone, I'm running out of outs for South America. Some sort of combination of Voice of America plus... Oh no, he's gone both. Okay. Well, we start a coup war there and see if we can get realigns at a favourable rate. Let's start with how I learned, because we're not going to raise DEFCON. Okay, won't be counter-couing there. If we can do the same on Haiti... Excuse me, got the Rona. They're going to wish they never moved into Central America. So now's the time to drop Central America scoring if held. Okay, I mean, that's fine in principle, but I'm just going to coup Haiti and see if I can get a spear realign on Cuba going. I'm more or less resigned to losing a ton of points with Southeast Asia scoring, but at least Asia is mine in inverted commas. So going for the counter coup. If fail, realign. Yeah, so now it's time to realign. We'll realign Cuba with Cuba. And now we'll go for Panama at -1. No. Fine. Did what we needed to do. So liberation theology is still a fairly big threat. but Central America is in better shape. South America is still a disaster. Southeast Asia is still a disaster. So most of the unscored regions are going against me, but there's always Arsenaut, which may come to the rescue. If I get dealt Arsenaut, Lone Gunman, South America and Southeast Asia next turn, I'm the one laughing. If I can get dealt all those things on turn 7, I will be in hysterics. So we space South African unrest. We're peaking, which does mean we need to fear going into Cuba and getting Ortega. Yeah. Overprotect against. So that suggests John Paul's in their hand. We'll go Finland for adjacency, Italy to overprotect, West Germany to overprotect, and also Canada to overprotect because of how useful as long as I don't get quagmired. NORAD is. Alright, well, puppet governments. We're going to go into Saudi for adjacency. Jordan to squeak domination, and we'll go Peru to start putting some pressure in South America. AR7, though, we're just going to go kitchen debates, 1 into Jordan for Middle East domination. Although, are we? Middle East isn't super high threat. We may well be defecting. Oh, no, wait, I'm headline peaking anyway, aren't I? We'll still keep defectors up in case they headline something pretty good, but we don't expect to see that. Yeah, so event and repair. We'll pop 1 in Mexico to continue being safe, in inverted commas. So we did get Arsenal, but we didn't get those dang scoring cards. But we did get grain sales. And we got Quagmire. And Liberation Theology. Poof, that could have gone worse. Let's see what they headline. First and foremost. Ask Not, CIA, Libthy, Quagmire, NATO, John Paul and grain sales. And Alliance for Progress, 9. Yeah, we'll see what they headline. But grain sales... And we don't need to worry about DEFCON shortening them with CIA in my hand. The important thing will be, so if I pull a scoring card that's not sympathetic IQ with grain sales to maximise my chances. But let's see what they headline. So, try and hold Liberation Theology, Quagmire goes to space, play the rest. So what are they likely to put up? Flower Power. We saw Summit and Willie go, didn't we? I've not been tracking very well. Plus Change. Summit gone. Willie gone, yeah. One small step. Suez went as well, didn't it? Blimey. Flower Power, Che, Cultural Revolution, U2, OPEC, Lone Gunman, IND. That sounds about right. Lads, step. Asia scoring hasn't gone yet. Central America, Salt, South America, no. Usuri, Bear, Shuttle Voice, Nixon OS, Panama's gone, evented and repaired. Right. We're up to date. You want the China card back? I mean, fine, that stops me using it. Grain sales it is. Grain sales over CIA? Yeah. Ha! Okay, this is a monster coup. Need a big six. Big six, big six. 4 is not good enough. So they'll take Venezuela. We'll take Peru to avoid. Well, yeah. Okay, I mean that's good because there's an awful lot of cooing could happen. Alright, in case they have Central America scoring, we're going to dominate there and we'll pop 1 into South America to get a VP. 2 VPs back on the plate. Now we know. Okay, there's Southeast Asia scoring for a bumper bonanza. The question is if it's worth trying to race in Asia. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd need to flip. Yeah, I can't get to allow Cambodia to flip it. That's the problem. I think we just have to accept Asia's a 1 VP score. We will event John Paul just to put pressure on. This is as much for solidarity coming back as anything else. And we still think we're going to be able to stay ahead with Benelux and Denmark in the bank. Well, Space Quag. We don't get there. That's a bummer. Asia scoring drops for 1. Good thing we didn't fart around racing there. So it looks like South America scoring isn't going to come off this turn. So tapping Chile or Brazil and then hoping to drop the scoring card comes into play. So we'll pile into Middle East. Let's hope they've got a combination of Nixon and Usuri. They've got Nixon, and they get off. We are going to put 1 in Guatemala, just in case we get some weird country count flip that denies domination. We may want to hold our snot because if South America scoring is not going to drop, it might be better to use defectors to overprotect Cuba and Mexico and then event Liberation Theology and repair it. Because our snotting South America will make a big difference to the final score. It's the only region they're dominating at the moment. So I actually like that. Okay. Okay, that overprotects fine. But we're plan Bing now. Alright, we'll put 1 in there, and we're going to put another 1 in Israel. And then we'll event liberation theology. If he puts 2 in Cuba, we put 2 back in Cuba. And forget the rest. So that's a gamble because we're not tapping. Okay. That's good for us. That's even better than previously hoped for. Because now 1 into Colombia is now the correct move. Well done. We are going to stick with our original plan, which is give this up, repair it, and then hope we get dealt South America scoring to ask not, and or lone gunman in the reshuffle, etc. Yeah, fine. 2 VP in the Millops is nice. We don't get it. That's a bummer. But we are going to see what they headline first, so we might be able to DEFCON trap them with We Will Bury You, which would be fine by me. And we'll definitely event emit. So let's plug that in. We got flower power. They got OPEC and it's only worth 2. I may not have seen U2 incident go past. They got Central and South America scoring. But we got lads, 1 small step in salt. So I think Latin American death squads here is not too bad. I got shuttle dip. So they've got Yasuri, Bear Trap, and Voice of America. So I think Latin American death squad's here because if they don't, they can put 2 into Mexico and 2 into Cuba. Yeah. Yeah, let's headline lads. Because now they're going to have a crummy coup on Mexico. And or a tap on Cuba. And we can ask not away those 3 cards. I don't really want to event flower power at this point because I'm ahead enough in VPs. Although I could space We Will Bury You to try and hit the 3 op track. Although I've got 1 small step, so I'm going to have a couple of cracks at it. I might hold our snot. None of those things. If I space, event, and hopefully miss the 6, risky event, hold this for later turns in case I get Ortega'd, Lone Gunman, etc. That might be better. So they'll have the choice of 2 into Mexico and coup it at a -1, or play South America, in which case I get the coup. And I'd go Argentina, and then hope to realign Chile. But as the board stands, it's still in my favour. DEFCON's probably still the biggest risk, to be frank. Asia, I'm slightly ahead. Africa, I'm ahead even if they coup Nigeria. I'm still not being dominated, at least. So they've got, I think, of the 8, Yasuri, Bear Trap, U2, OPEC, Voice of America, and Central and South America scoring. Thinking hard? Yeah, there we go. Tap Cuba, 1 into Mexico, and then influence. Okay. We're going to take a big almighty coup on Argentina. 4, 5, or 6, please. One short. Oh no! NORAD to the rescue! Salute those brave Canadian men in the sky. So we'll drop South America scoring now, but I'll then be able to claim Central America domination, which helps wash out a bit of it. I dropped Central America first. So we will start, therefore, by coupping Colombia. I need to plug the rest of my hand in. We will bury you. Korean War. Omit. That's a lot. So next up will be realigns on Chile, because they'll play into Uruguay. If they don't play into Uruguay, well, even if they do actually, we just start, rather than threaten realigns, we'll start a domination race, because I can have Bolivia and Paraguay. Alright, so I'm feeling good about the board now. There's some stuff that I can do to repair. I'll be able to carry forward arse not. Yeah. Oh, a tap as well. Intriguing. We'll use salt. And then we'll start pushing Uruguay. Your move. So I've got Yasuri, Bear Trap, Voice of America, South America scoring, and one other card. I really don't want to event Korean War because of the Millop situation, but such is life. I expect to see South America drop at some point for a single VP. Shuttle diplomacy is not really worth eventing. Because if I take Philippines and flip Uruguay, I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So -1 is 7. I'm still in the same situation where I need to flip multiple regions to get domination Asia. And then Middle East scoring may still go off first anyway. So, better the devil you know, I think. We'll see what they do in South America. We should retake Cuba. And then push through to late war, basically. We want to do what we can to stop this scoreboard ticking red. But at the moment, it's shaping alright for the USA. All we need is for them to missile envy us or something, and we can say goodnight to the game anyway. We'll definitely be eventing a MIT. This turn, not going to carry it over. Sometimes it's nice to trim out some late war cards, but... So the fistful of blue cards, it's tricky, right? Use Usuri and give up the China card, or give up the China card and then not be able to use Usuri. Might have to bear trap themselves if they do that, because they want a space Voice of America. Some tough choices. Still waiting to see what that fifth card is. Oh, Flower Power is going to trigger Korean War as well. Bleech. In which case, using Ask Not to ditch those two and event Emit isn't intolerable. Should have played Korean War before Flower Power, I guess. Oh, you're an intervention. That's handy. Which one are they losing? Bear Trap. So, will you shuttle diplomacy? We'll level up South America. Protect Nigeria, and then cover Bolivia to stop more trouble. So, I'm expecting to see Yasuri give up the China cards, if they're feeling bold. No, they've just given up. Sensible. So, now we need to decide, do we space We Will Bury You in Event Korean War, giving up the Mill-Ops, or do we ditch both? Let's start by eventing a MIT. Nice. Nice. And we will lose US-Japan because that's a neutral card for the USSR. Keep Eastern European and Western Duck and Cover. Yep. So MIT's evented, and we've lost US-Japan, Portuguese, and Arab Israel. So now we are going to hold on to our snot because we didn't see Ortega and, well, we wouldn't have seen Ortega, but didn't see Lone Gunman. No more peeking. Okay. I'm not enamored about Korean War, but I will live with it. So either Yasuri give up the China card, or China card hold Yasuri and get pumped. I think I expect to see Yasuri here. It'll be interesting to see what they do with the 4 ops. I've never seen South America so full. So yeah, I think it's better to use Yasuri and give up the China card, because the cost of giving up the China card with Cultural Revolution gone and Ortega as a potential... Well, either way I'm getting the China card, aren't I guess that's their problem. It makes Ortega and Lone Gunman even less of a risk for me. The upshot of using Arsenal is I can repair whatever they do and be up at the War Games threshold, but then I look like a complete idiot when I get Ortega'd or terrorismed. So it's tricky. I think I can afford to be risk averse here. I'm not going to lose to War Games now that South America's scoring's gone, right? So by dropping down to US +4 via Korea War, maybe +2 if it wins. Let's say worst case scenario US +2. The reform is not going to trigger against me. I'm not going to lose to War Games, and I've got Arsenal as a pressure outlet for Ortega and Lone Gunman. So I think the incremental gain argument would lean towards playing Korean War here. Arsenal's the high value, get the China card and hope for the best situation, but could still balls it all up. Sorry for the hold up. Let's fill the dead air with talk of late war. So let me just flip over to the card page. That's gone off to space. I'm holding those two. That's gone off to space. And the late war cards. So what are we worried about? The Reformer... Okay, well, okay, I can stop talking now because the China card's been and gone. So it goes for domination in Europe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 against my 5. Okay. Looks like Europe domination's a real thing. So we will tap Poland to then deny it. So no 6, please. Splendid. We've got late war coming in. In the end, I got neither. We've got solidarity, which is good news. Warsaw Pact obviously puts paid to that fairly promptly. We can ask not away those cards or not, as the case may be. Man, Brushwall's going to count against us too. We will event solidarity because then they have to decide between Poland and the coup. And then obviously NORAD's still to come in as well. Yeah? Is that or defectors? Defectors may be higher margin, actually. They don't know I've been dealt it. So many war cards. Ye gods. Yeah, let's defect rather than solidarity. Splendid. Good decision. Good post hoc rationalization. Decol, Yuri can go after the coup. Olympic Games, CIA. Yeah, here comes the coup. Makes sense. Let's give Africa up and put some trouble in Poland. How'd you like that? That might not have been the best play, but let's go with it. 7 cards left? Yeah. So we'll start hammering hard on Poland. Since it's only 1 VP, we'll give up the China card. And continue to lean on Poland. Because as much as anything, we are now looking to... Well, Warsaw Pact's a complete disaster if it comes after the fact. But we'll see about that. We're going to have a coup on Cameroon. Oh, war games as well. Sheesh. That's a shame. Do we use Arsenal now? Because we have to hold decol? I think we do. To stay ahead in Poland. I'm not happy about using Arsenal for ops, but with so many 4-op cards coming to threaten Poland. We'll finish the turn with Yuri and Samantha tapping East Germany to achieve the same result. If another 4-op card comes out to take Poland, we coup on Cameroon and then brushwall Nigeria to retake domination. We know they've got Yasuri, so we're hoping to get the China card back. Because we're running into a DEFCON suicide situation risk here. Lone Gunman plus Ortega plus Terrorism or Aldrich might do for us. The space race might come good if we can try and get up to 7. The battle for pierogi. We've still got to tear down this wall as well. Might be able to get a delicious rear line on France. So 3 in, and then offering the China card. We've still got Nixon, who may come to the rescue. So let's hammer away. Now all we need is Warsaw Pact to make me look like a complete idiot. And I've played the China card twice, so I'm going to be keeping a boatload of these cards. Ooh, ouch. Actually, we want to keep CIA for the next headline. Where do we want to brush? Gets off to space as well. Reformers in. We want to brush a Panama. Be good. Splendid. So now we can take control of Central America. So yeah, we really want to avoid Warsaw Pact. Unfortunately, Star Wars is now no good. So, cover Pakistan, pop another one in Poland. Right, no lone gunman, no Ortega, or I'm in trouble. Ooh, Ortega. So do we headline Missile Envy? Because Nixon's not going to help this turn. Che's got to go to space. But yeah, Aldrich is going to give us a lot of trouble. Let's headline Missile Envy. Okay. He's going to see what we've got. So the question is, are we going to see Aldrich, which we can space? Or are we going to get terrorism? Oh, you legend. I guess we'll be eventing Ortega. One. Oh, okay, so may go for another rear line. Yeah, that's sensible. So I suppose the sensible thing to do is reciprocally realign France, isn't it? There we go. So we still get Ortega off sooner rather than later. You can have Poland, mate. Oh yes, that's true. A worthy attempt. But not enough. Okay, while DEFCON still remains high, we'll take France. Oh god, we have to watch out for blockade, don't we? Alright, so we'll now play CIA. Look at his hand. He's got Europe scoring. And Cal, and tear down this wall. Oof. Europe scoring drops. We use Ortega. Alright, so things are looking up a little. We'll let them have the last coup, but they've got Cal and tear down this wall. So it has to hold one till the end of the turn. Cambridge 5, Camp David, Cuba. So will they go off to space first, or will they take a coup? When I may event an evil empire to save the 2VP on Indo-Pakistan. So space, event, use, potentially event, and hold. Decol. I want a space beforehand because it's a 4-2 swing, isn't it? No, it's discard held. Oh, well, in that case, he definitely wants to space one or the other and hope to get there. But yeah, Che's too good for Millops. I want to send that to space as well, and then hope to be able to discard Decol. I'm getting the last coup. Sensible. Pretty good. Yeah, that's a bummer. Alright, well, space Che. We don't get there. They will now space one of tear down this wall and all Soviets. No, still pressing their luck. That's fine. We use Evil Empire. So therefore, should be tear down this wall, Cal, Cambridge 5, and Camp David, yeah. We're going to press into France ahead of the Reformer. Yeah, miss. Damn it, so they get to ditch Cal. We can event and repair decol to a greater or lesser extent because Africa's, to some extent, a lost cause. We'll go France and Argentina. And then we are okay. East European unrest still to come out. So holding Camp David through to turn 10 as well. Bolivia. Oh, still pressing for domination. Very bold. So we are going to pop one in France and one in Argentina, because we can still get realigns on Chile in due course, as long as we don't lose Argentina. They will lose Cal. And we're on to turn 10. Need to avoid lone gunman, which we do. We've got North Sea Oil and ABM Treaty. Colonial Rear Guards is nice too. So Missile Envy is gone. So I can hold ABM Treaty up. Although I won't get an AR8 because of Latin American debt crisis. So North Sea Oil isn't worth playing. And these are our 8 cards. Ditch, Decol, and Laddock. Aldrich might come into play actually, so that's all the more reason to use ABM, isn't it? We'll event ABM in case of Aldrich. So Laddock, Decol, Summit, Colonial. How I learned. Hey, Iran Iraq's a 50-50 at the moment. Kitchen debates, as long as I don't lose more battlegrounds, is good. And North Sea Oil. So I'm not going to lose to Defcon Suicide. This is a good thing. So the key question is, if they get domination in South America, will Africa Dom plus South America Dom outweigh Central, Middle East Dom, Europe scoring? Obviously, Muslim Revolution could put a real hole in me just now, although I'm distributed around the Middle East enough for it to be less of a problem. So, with the Reformer, I can put... Although it's only 4, isn't it? So we'd need a 4-op card to flip France. It's probably still not worth the risk. So we'll put 2 into France. Defcon's 4. I've got the China card. Let's pop 2 in Israel as well. So I expect to see 2 into West Germany now. But an ops war in Europe's not going to save him. At the moment, the deck is stacked towards me. So I expect to see coup, counter-coup, hopefully NORAD to do something shenanigan-y. And then we'll try and put the game to bed. We will 50-50 Iran-Iraq war because it's worth 2 VP plus a 4 VP swing for control. But the reformer's just not going to do a ton here. Although 2 into Canada stops the NORAD triggering. We'll probably end up using the China card if that happens on an Angola coup. But yeah, the imperative will be to deny Europe domination, because that's the biggest potential swing on the map. Tapping Asia is not going to do a ton, because I can repair that reasonably handily. Oh, did you keep Cal and discard Camp David? Yeah, intriguing. Oh, to get down to DEFCON 2. Didn't do enough. So we use the China card to cover all those bases. South America now can't be dominated. Everywhere else can only be tapped. We need to stay ahead in West Germany. And then a final coup on Africa to deny domination there. Oh, I need to hold North Sea oil if I get blockaded. Oh boy. How many times have I forgotten that? If I refuse Latin American debt crisis, that could cause me some problems in South America. Man, it's a good thing I didn't. Although that in itself is going to be problematic. See, an ops war in West Germany might still come back to haunt me. Should have dealt with that before South America. That was foolish. So 0, 6, -4 is 2. Oh, perfect. The straight space I'll handle. So let's resolve West Germany. We're going to event Iran-Iraq war for our mill-ops and the chance of control in the Middle East. So they're on +7, 9. +9 to 6, control, and 1. Hail Mary time. I really need that one. Oh, perfect. I got that one. Yeah. So they're on Hail Marys. So we just event and repair. 7, 8, 13 versus 4, 6. 7 and 2 is 9, yeah. Kitchen debates is still a straight. Two points for me as well. Colonial rearguards can flood out AR7 as well to cover Africa. Although Sahara, Zimbabwe, Southeast and Ethiopia makes me 7-4 in battleground, so they need 2 successive coups to recover. Serious running of the clock here, but this is going to final. Influence instead. Pumping. So we are likely to give up on our Millop dream in Iraq. Because we can't afford to be dominated somewhere. Yep. So we now lose our 1VP kitchen debates. But we'll keep doing this call and response thing as long as we can. So we're going to end up using colonial rear guards. That way. Which is a lot less exciting, but leaves them with the crisis. If you blockade me, I can use Latin American debt crisis and I still won't be dominated. So I think the game is mine. But it was hairy. Yeah. Fine. Where can I do the most damage? I can get a VP. Let's just check. Right. 2, 3, 5 for Millops. 6, 7, 8 versus the rest. Alright, so where's the best swing? It's 1 VP just about everywhere, isn't it? Denying presence in Central America is only 1 VP. Cutting Iraq is 1 VP. Yeah, so we'll just tap Iraq. There goes your ball game. Alright, they've logged off. We'll log the video. Thanks for watching. Comments welcome. That was an interesting game. I think both of us probably made mistakes along the way, so comment away. Thanks a lot. I will see you for another game another time.